Hi, welcome to my channel. And I'm gonna just post some messages and see what Spirit wants to talk about. Remember to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And if it doesn't resonate, don't try to make it fit. It just means it's not meant for you. That's all. Let's see what Spirit wants to talk about. So we have second house here and Capricorn energy. As well as seventh house. So you could have Capricorn in your second house as well as your seventh house. I feel like you're going through some type of situation where you're developing self-worth. It just feels like you could be experiencing a Saturn return where you're learning self-worth in some type of relationship. It could be like a business relationship. It could also be a relationship with where you have like some type of business partnership. It could be even family, like your relationship with your family. Aries energy is significant, so you could also have Aries in your chart, second and seventh house as well. And then I feel like whatever you're experiencing, where there's some type of hardship, I do feel like things are changing for you. I feel like they're going to start changing for you fairly quickly. Because whatever lesson that you're meant to learn pertaining to like material possessions and also how you see yourself and how you value yourself is shifting. Because I feel like you may have thought like you having self-love was what you purchased for yourself. Like you could have gotten your hair, nails done, you could have bought clothes, you could have got a haircut or something like that, and you feel like the exterior part is, you know, me loving myself or you loving yourself or something like that. But really it's also how you treat your soul. Because there are people who look great, look beautiful, but it's like they don't tend to their soul. And I feel like that's the lesson that you're learning. But it's heavy like Saturn energy out here. So Pluto's out here. Pluto is dealing with transformation. And with conjunction in the moon, I feel like you're coming together with yourself. So you could be merging, your divine masculine and divine feminine could be merging. And I feel like it's because you're honoring your emotions. So it's like your entire life or a majority of your life, you may have wondered what you were missing, why things were, it just seemed like it was right there, but it never came together. It didn't come together because of the fact that you wasn't honoring your emotions. You wasn't thinking about how you felt about things. You may have actually got yourself in certain situations based off of tending to other people instead of honoring yourself. Yeah, it's heavy emotions out here because there's water energy and then the moon. And you could be seeing like having a perspective shift about friends as well. But I do feel like now you're standing in your confidence. Like you have a sense of direction about where you're supposed to go. Let's see what else. Okay, so we have Moth out here dealing with mystery, concealment, and illusions. So you could have just got through some type of illusion that you put yourself in about yourself. I also feel like it could be some type of relationship that maybe you was being delusional about. But I do feel like Spirit is cleansing and purifying the energy. And I feel like that with that cleanse and you healing certain things about yourself, that's what's bringing in your stability and ending something that was blocking you. Because now there's success that's coming. You got stability here with trunk. And then you got fruit. So you're about to start seeing the fruits of your labor because of you pouring into yourself, honoring yourself, and seeing the reality of certain situations. Because I feel like that's how people tend to miss out on their destiny, because they are giving to the idea of what something could be. And that's not the reality of the situation. So if you're in a relationship and the person isn't giving, it's not a like even energy exchange, and you're doing everything, then it's depleting you. It's depleting your life force. It's blocking you. Or if you're in a relationship with somebody and they're not who they say they are, like, once again, you're not getting your fair share. And it's the same concept dealing with your job. If you're working a job and you're not getting anything out of it, I think that's your sign that, you know what, maybe this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing, or maybe I'm not supposed to be doing it with this company. So we have power, courage, and strength. Spirit is definitely saying, like, as you go through this transformation, continue to have strength, because your strength is what's going to help you get through. Be resilient, have strength, and also do what's best for you to maintain your peace, because you maintaining your peace is what's going to help bring something to an end, and also help build a foundation. Because it's like whatever lesson you're learning, it's working. It's something dealing with your root chakra. And with the root chakra, it's dealing with your finances, forward movement. So whatever was causing an imbalance is definitely being cleared out. And it's going to lead to stability, a foundation, generational wealth, security, peace, happiness. Yeah. Lavender energy at the bottom of the deck, tranquility. You're gaining clarity, but it's like you still need to have patience through the process. One thing about a transformation, especially one that spirit has you in, you can't rush the process. You can't speed past it. It's like, imagine, like, what I would say God do is, like, you could be running through a lesson and then God will pick you up and put you back in the same spot where you started running from. So it's like you can't run from yourself. And I feel like that's a lesson that everybody's learning in this lifetime. Like, you can't run from the reality of a situation. You have to embrace the truth if you want peace and happiness. And once you embrace the truth and you are accepting of it, you're developing a foundation where you have integrity, you have peace, you have a moral compass. And it's going to feel empowering. It's almost like God is building you from the ground up, having you stand more in a leadership role and not a follower. Yeah. That's what that is. But let me see what else Spirit wants to talk about, because it seems like it's heavy, like finances. Because I do feel like a lot of people in the collective are struggling financially. You know, some people are admitting it, other people aren't. But with the economy worldwide, I feel like people are being forced to face themselves. Okay. So yeah, rebel. So you're being guided to do things differently. You're a trailblazer, meant to see things differently and set a new path. So that's what that leadership role card is referring to as well. Where did it go? It's talking about how you need to take more of a leadership role in your life. And I feel like this is something that Spirit is helping you do, but also have room for like not controlling everything, and have room for change. Yeah, embrace the wisdom of the unknown. You're not going to know everything that Spirit is going to do. It may not even make sense. One thing that God says is, like, don't lean to your own understanding. Because some things God do, we are not going to get, and we won't understand until we reach a certain level. But I feel like God will test your faith. Like, God is going to tell you, okay, make that step. you make that step, and then you may be like, okay, well, what do I do now? And sometimes God will have you wait because God is clearing something out in front of you. And then you're able to move forward. And I feel like that's the reason why God is saying embrace the wisdom of unknown. Stop trying to control everything, because you trying to control everything is like you trying to hold water in your hand. It's not all it's gonna leak out. And it's going to lead to loss and you being stuck in the past whenever you try to control things. And I feel like that's what's been halting your finances. The fact that you're trying to control the narrative of how something occurs. And I feel like it could even be because of fear of what others may think. Individuality and how you see yourself, that plays a part in your finances. You have to beat to your own drum. And by you beating to your own drum and putting yourself out there more, you're attracting stability. You won't, if you be in the energy of being a follower, you will never accomplish the amount of success that you are desiring. Because at times you're appeasing to a group of people who at times don't even know who they are or what they truly want. And I feel like that is what Spirit is having you see. That's the illusion. I do feel like there's something creative that you're supposed to be working on as well. But I do feel like with you changing your perspective, there is going to be a celebration. There's going to be a manifestation. There's going to be things that shift and change for you. But I do feel like Spirit is saying, like, reconsider a decision. Say yes to things that you think you can't do. Because when you're saying, I can accomplish something, it's shifting everything in your life. Remember, it all starts in your mind and then it manifests into your physical. And luck is on your side. And be a good sport. But I think that's all I have for you. Let me see. Is there anything else for the collective, Spirit? Yeah, don't put yourself back in a path or go back in the past where you're burdening yourself because of ego and pride. Or just the sense of having safety and security or trying to control things. Because when you try to control things, that's when you end up picking up burdens. And that's when it caused delay. And then you're back at the drawing board, sitting there trying to figure out what you need to do differently in order to change things or change the trajectory of your finances because of certain decisions that you made. And that decision is controlling things and taking on responsibilities that you're not meant to take on. Yeah, you need to let go. When you let go, you will start receiving. So I hope this helps and you guys have a great night.